Strange Academy Finals issue number 3. Or if you're going by the legacy title, it's issue 21. So we have confirmation now that 24 is the end, which means number 6 of the finals will be the end of this book. Which I guess that makes sense. 24 issues of this type of story. That's enough. I don't know if we need to do like a, junior year, sophomore year, senior year, or whatever order they're in America. I don't know. You don't need all that. I think we get the gist, like what's going on here. A lot of characters in this book. They'll all make appearances in other stuff. 24 issues, 24 episodes of a TV show. You get it. Interesting where this book is headed. If you told me issue 1 that this is where we'd be in issue 21, I don't know if I'd believe you. But I don't hate what's going on. It still remains to have a lot of fun flavor to it. So when this book opens up, we are in the French Quarter of New Orleans. There's some tourists outside of a weird abandoned building talking about like it's haunted by a pirate or a privateer. There's some guy they don't know. And as they're just trying to figure out where they are, what's going on, up in the sky is a pirate ship and a man hanging off the pirate ship called Lafayette, or something like that. Is this based off of a true person? Because it does sound like a name I know somewhere else, or Lafayette or something like that. A pirate ship guy. It's kind of cool. He walks into the building. Waiting in the room is Dr. Voodoo and a bunch of other local magic sorcery people. This is their private council. There's Papa Mud, Miss Hazel, other ones whose names escape me at the time, but there's about 6 of them in total. And they're just talking about like, hey Jericho, what's going on at your school and why is there so much damage and why have you summoned us all into one place for any of this to work and matter? Jericho's like, look, I know my students have been very difficult of late. I'm trying to fix that. We're trying to get better. Anyways, the damages that have been done, we have a system to fix it. My kids came up with an idea. They're going to throw a carnival fundraiser. You're like, okay, that's a fun school theme that we've kind of been avoiding lately. So it's the fundraiser carnival issue. All of them get together. They're all hanging out, having a good time. They're probably going to raise a lot of money. Zoe's hanging out with Miss Hazel. They're getting their lives together. Couple of pages just of people having a good time, just blasting and enjoying their time. Gus is making big ice slides for everybody. It's like working. And I'm like, yeah, that's fun. But we see Jermaine and, what's the name of the wolf kid? They say his name, but I forget it already. Just because he was never like one of our main casts and now he just shows up in here. He's here. They're trying to cook some calamari. Accidentally summon Shumagorath. And I'm like, that is exactly what I need from this book right now. Like, that is a good joke. That is funny, and it works, and it makes sense for the story. And then we cut to Alvy and Doyle, who are working at a carnival, and Calvin shows up, because he just wants to hang out, and he's collecting money for people, and he's just getting, like, his comments, like, I've been through hell and back, I'm ready to be friends with you guys again, let's get this going. And they kind of give him a little bit of like just joshing around, but they're just kidding and they're all having fun. Like, look at us, best friends, good buddies. But Shaylee shows up and she's like, we accidentally summoned Shumagorath over here. Alvy, Doyle, can you like help us with this? Leaving Calvin to run the carnival booth by himself. And as he is doing that, he's just like, hey, I'm all great. Everyone's happy. Look at me do all this stuff. Guess who shows up? Oh no, it's evil Emily and Desi and Urich. Getting closer to like evil costumes. Desi looks insane. Urich's wearing some weird outfits, and interesting what they did of Emily. Like I like the turn. I think it works. I just hope it's not like corrupted and she gets redeemed later. I don't need to see that shit. Let her be evil. New evil villain generation character, We don't really have like our Clarion the Witch Boy. Maybe it could be Emily Bright. They just harass Calvin a bit. They tempt him with his old jacket. The jacket tries to form itself on him. He starts to fight it. Using his strength, he's able to pull it off. And he's like, what is wrong with you people? I'm not going down your path. You're disgusting freaks. I don't want to be a part of this. Knock it off. Like, good, but good. Like, that's a redemption story I can get behind because Calvin has been through a lot. He wasn't actively looking for the questions or the answers that Emily was. So him being manipulated by this guy named Gaslamp, then abused and tortured for it. He deserves redemption. I'm on board for that. So the fact that he puts it away, it works. You see that Eric's kind of like, oh, we're bad guys, aren't we? He's really like feeling ashamed of what he's doing right now. He tries to help Calvin up from the scare that Emily just brought upon him. He's like, dude, you picked your side. I don't need your help for any of this. Get out of here. And then we get a huge splash page of everyone just fighting Shumagorath. I'm like, that's good. Look at that stuff. It's really fun. This is what I want in the books. And it's like, hey, maybe next fundraiser we'll just have like a bake sale. And you're like, that is good humor. That's what this book needs for that humor. When they start to walk away, Emily, Desi, and Uruk keeps looking back like, I mean, I know we're like enemies and stuff, but maybe we should help with the big squid guy because like that's a big deal. She's like, they'll be fine. We got other things we got to do. They walk through a portal. They're in the dark dimension. Uh-oh, guess what it's time to do? It's time to introduce Dormammu into this book. Not that we've been teasing him the whole book, but it's like, you have Doyle in here. We haven't had Dormammu yet. Well, Emily's going to have a meeting with him. Guess what? She is on the evil side now. Cool. Again, don't do a switcheroo with Emily or Desi or any of them. Let them be evil. I don't need like, oh man, you see that like this is Dormammu's plan to like corrupt Emily so Doyle would learn the lesson of where he has to be in the hierarchy. Like that's stupid. Let it be. She is literally working with the devil. Like that's a way better storyline to play for that character, and it makes more sense, and I am on board with that more than just on changes we could make. So 21 issues into this book, it does feel like we're reaching the end because we are, but it's still sharp, it's still creative. I'm liking the themes it's playing with. This one, it feels a little bit more fun. We're getting a little bit more like a larger world. Like here are the other, sorcerers, the other sorceresses in New Orleans. We're going to have a fundraiser. Everyone's going to have fun for a bit. Emily's going to look like a sadistic villain. It's all good stuff. Calvin learns a lesson. Doyle learns a lesson. All of the characters are learning a lesson. And what else could you want? It's working fine. 3 issues left. I will finish reading this book and cover it. And overall, no complaints, really. So Strange Academy Finals, issue number 3, or 21 of the Legacy. I don't know why they had to change the name. I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Hive. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.